Hello everyone and welcome back to the lounge. We now bring you some breaking news for all loungers and viewers of the YouTube community. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter at LoungeWithJohn. Also be sure to tap on that subscribe button and join us here at the lounge. And now, for justice to be served, we bring you some breaking news where it is time that justice is served. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the lounge. We are doing some breaking news here, something that I wanted to share with you guys, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about it because it kind of brings up a discussion that I had earlier involving criminal justice. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear this okay. And, yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking dozens of minors in New York and Florida between 2002 and 2005, and will appear in court in New York on Monday, according to 3 law enforcement sources. The arrest by the FBI NYPD Crimes Against Children Task Force comes about 12 years after the 66-year-old
#scumbag
got a slap on the wrist for allegedly molesting dozens of underage girls in Florida for more than a decade. Epstein's alleged abuse of minors has been the subject of lawsuits brought by victims, investigations by local and federal authorities, and exposés in the press. But despite the attention cast on his alleged sex crimes, the hedge funder has managed to avoid any meaningful jail time,
#scumbag,
let alone federal charges. The new indictment, which, according to 2 sources, will be unsealed Monday in Manhattan federal court, will reportedly allege that Epstein sexually exploited dozens of underage girls in a now familiar scheme, paying them cash for massages and then molesting or sexually abusing them in his Upper East Side mansion or his palatial residence in Palm Beach.
#scumbag.
I mean, guys, that right there is really, really horrible. Disgusting. Innocent teenagers. How in the hell was he getting all these kids in his home? For massages. What parents let their kids go and give massages or get massages in somebody's house? He was definitely using money and power for that as well. Again, like I said,
#scumbag.
Epstein will be charged with 1 count of sex trafficking of minors and 1 count of conspiracy to engage in sex trafficking of minors, which could put him away for a maximum of 45 years. The case is being handled by the Public Corruption Unit of the Southern District of New York, with assistance from the district's human trafficking officials and the FBI. Several of the billionaire's employees and associates allegedly recruited the girls for Epstein's abuse, and some victims eventually became recruiters themselves, according to law enforcement. The girls were as young as 14, and Epstein knew they were underage.
#scumbag.
According to details of the arrest and indictment shared by 2 officials, Epstein's attorney Martin Weinberg declined to comment when reached by the Daily Beast on Saturday night. The SDNY also declined to comment. "It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming," said attorney David Boies, who represents Epstein accusers Virginia Roberts Giuffre and Sarah Ransom. "It is an important step towards getting justice for the many victims of Mr. Epstein's sex trafficking enterprise."
I 100% totally agree. It is definitely time that justice is served. Now, even though I say that, that's the one downfall about criminal justice is, we see a lot of things happen that just isn't right. We also get the positive things as well. And that's when justice is served. In this case, justice needs to be served, and this scumbag of the earth needs to be locked up for a long, long time. And all I can say to him right now is that when you do get locked up, no matter how rich you are, the only thing that money's going to be buying you now, brother, is for your food while you're locked up in the pen. Well, you're probably going to need some bodyguards too. But hey, hopefully won't nobody be your bodyguard and you get your head kicked around like a soccer ball. Because you, my friend, you are a scumbag.
We hope that prosecutors will not stop with Mr. Epstein, because there were many other people who participated with him and made the sex trafficking possible. He told the Daily Beast, in an era where #MeToo has toppled powerful men, Epstein's name was largely absent from the national conversation until the Miami Herald published a 3-part series on how his wealth, power, and influence shielded him from federal prosecution. For years, the Daily Beast has reported on Epstein's alleged abuse and his easy jail sentence and soft treatment by the U.S. Attorney's Office, which ultimately scrapped a 53-page indictment, page indictment.
53-page indictment. And it got scrapped. Now, please, someone tell me that it wasn't because of money why that indictment was thrown to the trash.
Against Epstein. An earlier version of Epstein's plea deal included a 10-year federal sentence before his star-studied threatened to go to trial in a case prosecutors feared was unwinnable, in part because Epstein's team dredged up dirt on the victims, including social media posts indicating drug use. Meanwhile, the financier flitted among his homes in Palm Beach, New York City, and the Virgin Islands, as well as his secluded Zorro Ranch in Stanley, New Mexico, transporting young women on his private jet to facilitate the sexual abuse that's gone unchecked by authorities. His alleged victims say. In an announcement planned for Monday, the FBI is expected to provide a number for other victims to contact the SDNY.
You know, I do believe that this man needs to be sent away. He needs to be locked up. And I doubt that he'll ever see daylight again. And if he does, well, then that will just prove once again that when you got the money, you got the power. Y'all leave your comments below. Tell me what you think should happen to this man. And do you think he will be spending the rest of his time behind bars?
Talk to you real soon. Be sure to share this on Twitter with a little #scumbag.